When I really sat and thought about it, the only times that I ever felt jealous about women is when a nigga was involved. Because I love women. I think women are amazing. I mean, beyond physicality, like, I love women for their emotional intelligence, their innovation, their ability to be kind and be selfless when it comes to helping different people, their style. Like, I love women. But when it came to these niggas, there were definitely times when I couldn't stand to even look at a woman without turning up my nose. And you know what's crazy is, while I was feeling those emotions, this is back in my 20s. While I was feeling those emotions, like I said, I had misplaced anger and I really didn't truly know what it was. So for me, I thought it was jealousy. But instead, what I realized is that it was an unsettling feeling. It was me being disgusted by not only the actions of the person that I was dealing with, but myself. And when you stay in a situation with a man who is comfortable with triangulating you against other women, you will grow a great deal of resentment and you will become very bothered and angry and you will become the biggest bitch towards him. But again, I'm a firm believer of recognizing, like, these men might, be emotionally stunted, but they're not dumb. They know exactly what they're doing when they're doing it. And they will try to weaponize the incompetence anytime they get a chance. So, whether they knew it or not, I now know that it was triangulation. And like I said, when a man feels a type of way about you, maybe there's something that you're doing that he doesn't particularly like. When he has an avoidant personality, when he's not really confrontational, when he's pussy, nonetheless, I couldn't find a better word. When he's too pussy to come to you and tell you, like, hey, I don't like the way you're doing this. I don't like the way that you're doing that. Could we adjust this? Could we adjust that? And he, just can't find the words to hold a conversation with you outside of you having an argument with him or you addressing some stuff with him. He is going to find a way to try to get under your skin because most times, women like myself, we come in being very confident queens, right? We come in being confident queens. We keep ourselves up. We're very adventurous, fun. We're dope people to be around. However, we do, not even however, but we also do have our high standards and requirements. And in order to keep that fun loving personality and all of that, like, to have access to that, like, you're going to have to acquiesce to those standards and those boundaries. But what these guys don't understand is that, some women aren't playing about that. So we come in being confident queens and knowing exactly who we are. And like I said, in my 20s, I didn't really pay attention to a lot of things. And as long as a man was stroking my ego, I wasn't paying attention if his ego was intact, if he truly was confident, right? And I realized, like, when you are a truly confident person, people are always trying to test your pedigree. So you'll get with somebody who wants access to you, obviously, because you're a beautiful and a confident woman, but whole time they're not. And they hate that. And because this envious spirit takes over them, they will try to triangulate you against other women to make you feel inadequate about themselves, because it's not about to be only one inadequate motherfucker in this relationship. It gotta be two. Misery for sure loves company. And like I said, it was either the person was insecure or they were non confrontational and just a piece of shit. Because I promise you, when you get with a man who really likes you, like really likes you, he won't even try to triangulate you against his own goddamn mother. You hear me? I've been in a situation like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, where you'll have a situation with a person who's truly confident, like, He is making sure that he affirms you and making sure that you truly feel secure within your relationship with him, you know? And when you get with men who are really confident, they don't stop at any chance not to boost you up. Like, they're going to boost you up 10 times more than what you already feel. It's when you get in situations with guys who know how to be charming and cunning, and then you spend a little time with them and you realize like they're not really who you think they are. Because the thing about charming people is that they could also be very insecure. And when you get with people who are insecure, they will envy the fuck that they will envy the fact that you are who you are, but they like it and they don't necessarily want to get rid of you. So they try to garner your power. It's weird, but it is what it is. Right? So I was just, saying to myself, like, the only time I really felt like irritated with a woman is when it came to a man. And it could have been anything. It could have been social media, him making comments, blah, blah, blah. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, a person pointing out another person's attractiveness. But I think the woman in the relationship should open up that kind of banter. Like, once a man has made a woman like fully secure in her relationship and he basically done let it known like, you that girl, ain't nobody fucking with you, I think a woman naturally feels compelled to loosen up a little bit. And because she know how her man sees her, she doesn't mind saying like, oh, that woman is really pretty, or she got some, she dressed really nice, and da da da. She's not she's not going to be or shy away from an opportunity to pay another woman a compliment and let her man know, because it's just like, yeah, we see attractive people. I know you probably see her too, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but typically, like, women who naturally like to compliment women and stuff like that, or notice the beauty on another woman, like, we only are like that when we're secure with a man. It's when you get with a man who you don't really, to be honest with you, for a lack of a better phrase, it's when you get with a man who you don't feel safe around, that you don't like really none of that shit. And there are some women in the world, let me say this too, there are some women in the world who just don't believe in that shit, period. Like, I don't want to hear my nigga talking about no bitch, da, 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 da. And that's fine. But I'm talking about, women like me. Like, if I'm with a man who's making me feel mad secure or whatever the case may be, and we going out and we seeing different kind of people in public, and I recognize a woman who's very beautiful or dressed really nice or whatever, I might say like, yo, she's mad pretty. Like, oh, she put that shit on today. Or, or say, oh, he's mad handsome. Or he, you know what I'm saying? It's cool when you're in a relationship where you both can mention different kind of things about, other people, and it's not like a big deal. But like I said, it's a different level of maturity. But like I said, being in these situations with people and stuff like that really made me not only just take a hard look at myself, but take a hard look at them. And I feel like in every area of life, niggas will try to use a loophole to take the path of least resistance. So if it's not in a situation with you where you have all of these high standards and he's trying to make you succumb to whatever level he's down on, right? Because a lot of niggas will do that. You'll never rise to the level of a nigga. He's gonna try to make you come down to his. You always remember that. Instead of just leaving you the fuck alone, at least, for the moment or whatever the case may be, they can't just tell you like, yo, I don't really fuck with you like that. I don't really fuck with you. I don't fuck with the standards that you have. Like, I think we should leave each other alone. He'll stay with you for a time because he may see the value in you or whatever the case may be. But like I said, a man would rather have emotional leverage over you, even if it's for a temporary amount of time, than to have no woman at all. Because these niggas could sit up there and say, "Oh, I have all of these options." These niggas don't be having options; they be having conversations. And let's also put this shit in perspective as well. Just because you are attractive, it doesn't mean that the women are gonna remain attracted. right? Because, like I said, what gets you in the door does not keep you in the room. So these niggas be feeling like because they online, they can have access to seeing a whole bunch of pretty women profiles and they might say something back to them, like they automatically feel like, oh, if I could get in a situation with you, it's a chance I could definitely get in a situation with her. No, 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 no. That's not how it works, my boy. It's not how it works. But yeah, I say that because I have been put in this situation more than one time. And now that I'm older, I clock the fuck out of it. I clock it so fucking fast because for a woman like me who has the particular kind of confidence that I have, a nigga could never overtly just be disrespectful to me. So he's going to have to find, I mean, if he obviously wants to keep dealing with me because, niggas be too pussy to leave, he's going to have to find a way to get underneath my skin. And what better way than to triangulate me with another woman who he could have access to or not have access to? It don't fucking matter. It don't matter. But at the end of the day, I said to myself, like, I don't need to be jealous of these goddamn women because I'm just irritated with this dumbass nigga. I'm irritated with this dumbass nigga. And instead of me sitting around and being upset because somebody doesn't find me attractive enough to meet my standards, I need to leave them the fuck alone. Because whether a nigga is saying it or not, that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying, you're not attractive enough for me to meet your standards. So I might stay with you for a time. But at the end of the day, I'm still searching for more. I'm still searching for what I think is better for me. And let me also say this. Just because a nigga could think he can move on for what's better for him, it doesn't mean that that woman is better than you. Clock that. It don't mean that she's better than you because I promise you, 99% of the time, I don't give a fuck about how bad the bitch is, what her job is, where she live at, if that pussy pop like lollies. These niggas will always 99% of the time go with the path of least resistance. And a nigga would rather have a pretty dummy than no dummy at all. A man is in his best mode as a predator when he feels like he can emotionally have leverage over a woman who he highly finds desirable. Or not desirable, attractive. Yeah, he's hit the fucking jackpot. She's an anxious attachment and he's avoidant. It's a match made in heaven. And you shouldn't worry about that neither. Like when a nigga decides that, you're too much of a woman for him or for whatever reason you need to move on, don't clock that. Stay off them pages. Let that man go and find out whatever life he need to find out without you. Because there's gonna be somebody who will meet your standards if not exceeded. The thing about most of these niggas is that they wanna succumb to the mundane mediocrity that they've always been subjected to their whole entire lives. Don't get caught up in that shit. Because like I said, it's about the lifestyle. It's not about the person. Some people get caught up in just having warm bodies next to them. It ain't about that. It's about upholding a particular kind of quality of life. So that's why I don't get jealous of women no more. I don't. It ain't no reason to. Why would I get jealous of a man who's clearly told me that I'm too good for him? Quite literally told me, you're too much woman for me. He said that I'm too much woman for him and that he's clearly gonna go get with somebody else. He's going in no history of motherfucking man has a nigga left a woman with high standards and went and got with a woman with higher standards. In what world? Again, I don't give a fuck how bad the bitch is. And I ain't never met a bad bitch who ain't been cheated on. So congratulations and welcome to the club. Ain't nobody exempt from getting dealt with. But I clock a lot of shit now. So I sit back and say to myself, it ain't no reason to get upset with these niggas because I already know the kind of bullshit that they on. And I already know what it's like to deal with a man who he It's all about me, 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 like motherfucking Maya said. You hear me? I already know what that feel like. He gonna make me feel like ain't a bitch in a room. Even if it's 1,000 of them bitches in there. Who cares? He got me. The fuck? So yeah, if you ever find yourself feeling inadequate because you're dealing with a man who's constantly commenting and, you know, liking posts or saying stuff on, in person or whatever the case may be, when you out in public, you got you a disrespectful ass nigga. This is just point blank period. You just got you a disrespectful ass nigga. They could keep choking it up to, oh, it's just the internet. No, 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 it's not the, because y'all bitches know what protocol is, huh? Y'all bitches know what protocol is. These bitches know what protocol is when they get with a woman. They just want to see what you're actually going to be willing to tolerate. And a lot of bitches fall for it every time. Oh, I'm the cool girlfriend. I don't care about any of that stuff. That stuff don't bother me. Yeah, And the only way that I could really see that happening is if like a woman truly liked, if she was like bi. But even bi bitches get jealous. And again, I'm not sitting up here saying like, and I'm not sitting up here saying that jealousy doesn't exist amongst women, because it does. I'm just saying from my own anecdotal experience, the only time I was fake jealous of somebody is when a nigga was trying to triangulate me with a woman, whether he could have access to her realistically or not. And I fell for it for a time until I woke the fuck up and was just like, the fuck, I know these niggas in and motherfucker. I know these niggas up, down, in and out. I know these niggas think I'm too good for them. So what the fuck am I tripping about? And why am I tripping about these bitches who either don't want to pay them no motherfucking attention or do and are gonna accept less than me? The fuck? Whether he move on, I move on, whatever the case may be, understand I won. I won. So instead of getting caught up in the ideal of settling because society told you so, society told you this is the nature of how men are. They're gonna disrespect you. No. When you get somebody that fucks with you for real and that's highly attracted, I'm telling you, they will either meet your standards or exceed it because they will find you worth it. They will find you worth it. You know? There's somebody listening to this. I know. Because I'm a person who thinks outside the box, right? I think of things from all angles. There's somebody listening to this saying, well, if she had a man who was doing X, Y, and Z and made her feel like the only girl in the world, where is he now? Y'all do understand, like, situations could not work out with people who aren't complete pieces of shit. It could be other shit going on and why people disconnect other than the fact of them being disrespectful. Sometimes you'll be with a person for a time and y'all values just don't align. And you don't get to see that until maybe months down the line. But please spare me the bullshit. Please. It's always that one nigga or that one bitch. Y'all y'all funny as fuck. Y'all really are. Y'all funny as fuck. But anyway, don't be jealous of none of these girls. Because like I said, everybody can get their ass handed to them. And I don't know a bad motherfucking bitch who nigga ain't been took by another one. Whether that hoe was fine too, or whether she had cigarette stains and dirty feet. But yeah, y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the topic. And I'm gonna see y'all later.